I've been asked to explain how to price a bond using Excel. So rather than looking out the window trying to find the answer, I'll show you in this bunch of slides. Remember, with a bond, it pays interest periodically and then the principal at the end. So the example we're going to use here are $500,000 worth of bonds that are 4-year bonds and pay 4% interest. The interest rates, remember, are always annual rates. The coupon rate is used to determine the interest rate per period. So that's those annual payments, but once you know that, just throw that out because everything else uses the market or the effective rate. So that's what you use for all your present valuing. The Excel function is the present value, not the net present value formula. That's the biggest problem people have. Use the present value. And the formula is going to ask for the rate, the number of periods, the payment, and the future value. Type isn't something we'll use here. That's if it's an annuity or an annuity due. You might use that on leases later on in intermediate accounting. Let's price that bond. It's a $500,000, 4 years. Coupon is 4%, market is 5%. So if we think about our timeline, we're going to pay interest of $20,000 every year, which is the 4% times the $500,000. As we said before, once you figure out your interest payments, you don't ever use that coupon rate again. So I'm putting a big old X through it. Then at the end of the 4 years, we'll have to pay off our $500,000 bond. So to do this in Excel, you want to do equals present value parentheses. It's present value, not net present value, not NPV. It's a big mistake people make. Once you do that, it will usually show you what the terms are of the formula. So you take the rate first, and I already put the big old X through the coupon, so I know I can pull the market. The number of periods are the number of payments, so that's 4 of them. The payment amount is the amount you pay every period. And the beauty of Excel is it's got this last little FV, which means if there's a cash flow at the very end, that's the future value. So we are going to have $500,000 at the very end, so that goes in there. The type is if it's an annuity or annuity due, we always ignore that. So that's our formula. And what Excel does for you is it uses the present value of the annuity table for the $20,000 and the present value of $1 for the $500,000. So while you might have to use 2 tables, it'll do it in one formula. It knows which one's which. So the answer is it's $482,270.25. It always comes out negative. I don't know why, but if you don't like that, make it a positive by putting a minus sign in between. All right. So that's the fastest way to do it, but there's another way that some of you might like more. So I'm going to do the alternate method is to use the formulas up here. So if you go to formulas, it's going to be under financial. Scroll down till you find present value. And then the nice thing about this is it gives you the prompts, it gives you an explanation of what it is you're trying to do. So you can, if you kind of forget what's going on, your rate, still have to use that 5%. Your number of periods is the 4. You don't have to use the equal sign. Your payment is the 20. Your future value is the 500. And the nice thing is it will tell you that something's invalid because you don't put the equal sign there. Did that on purpose so you could see. It shows you which numbers you type in. So if you're hitting the wrong, if you get off a line or something, you'll see there's something weird there. We'll get exactly the same number and we're good to go. So that's sometimes helpful. On some, I don't know if it's the computers or the settings, but on some systems, when you do the equals PV parentheses, you don't see these prompts. So if you don't see those, the formulas is a little bit easier to use. So that's all there is to it. Doesn't Excel make it so easy? So sit back and relax and let Excel do all the work for you.